Mr. Chairman, sir, I thank you for giving me this opportunity to take part in the budget discussion. At the very outset, I would like to profusely thank the Honorable Chief Minister for presenting speech which has given an insight of what is going to happen and what are the initiatives that are being taken up for the financial year 2022-23. But this budget is having the highest ever fiscal deficit, which is around 4.5% of the GSDP. I'm afraid there may be serious negative impact, ramification in the future. Mr. Chairman, sir, because of the paucity of time, I don't want to dwell much on the technical part, and I would like to flag some issues before the government so that I can draw the attention of the government on some of the pertinent issues. Chairman, sir, let me start with very important social sector department, that is education. This present government, from the day one itself, has been repeatedly saying that this government is giving the most priority on the education. But whereas on the contrary, it seems like this government is disbordered on this sector by not giving proper attention to different issues, different problems under this department. To address these problems at the early stage. Well, Mr. Chairman, sir, during question hour we could not discuss at length. The Honorable Education Minister was a bit reluctant to admit or accept the proposal being given by different members of this August House. There are so many schools which are not having teachers. And when the academic session is going to be started, being started, there will be lots of schools which are not having teachers. Then what will be the fate of those students in those particular schools? So our suggestion was to make some interim arrangements wherein this kind of issues can be addressed. There are so many school buildings which are dilapidated, or in other words, which are not serviceable at all. When there will be rain, the school will be closed down. There will be no more class. And the government of the day has embarked upon with one program wherein it is providing building grants up to the tune of 40 lakhs to each schools. But if these 40 lakhs can be provided to only very few schools, what about the other schools? Therefore, Mr. Chairman, sir, what I mean to say is that the overall problem being faced by the department, wherever there is no school building, at least very urgent attention has to be given so that none of our children will be deprived of getting free and compulsory education, Mr. Chairman, sir. Talk about diagonies and problems faced by different teachers. We have discussed about diagonies and problems of the SSC teachers in the preceding days of this current session. And I urge upon the government to address these issues at the earliest. Our state doesn't have medical college. Our state doesn't have engineering college as yet. Because of this reason, in 2012, the Meghalaya government sanctioned 2 medical colleges, one in Tura, and another one is in Shillong. But I don't know what is the progress. It is supposed to be completed by now and start the session. So, I earnestly request this government to expeditiously complete these engineering colleges and the medical colleges. At least when it will be completed, 100 extra seats for pursuing medical science courses will be increased in each medical college, Mr. Chairman, sir. So also in the engineering colleges. In 2012, this Captain Williamson Sangma Technical University was sanctioned. College of Urban Planning, College of Architecture and Urban Planning, the first of its kind in the Northeast, was also sanctioned in 2012, but till now, it is not completed. So, I urge upon this government to expedite the construction works so that our children who are pursuing technical courses can see the light of the day. And because of the pandemic, we have been experienced that it is very, very difficult to send our children to outside.
Members, your time, 1 minute is more. 1 minute is more, your time. 1 minute is more. If you can...
No, sir, from this side of the House, only 2 members are participating. So
no, even the time
please,
is not
please
only
give me
time.
some more time. Some more, very important program.
No, can
The fiscal health of the state is very in bad position. That's the reason why the salaries of casual employees, the master rolls, different departments, SSC teachers, and teachers in different categories could not be paid timely. And the contractors from different departments are also not getting their due payments. Look at the situation of the MSL. It is already in debt trap. Instead of streamlining the management to increase the efficiency of generating revenue by this company, the government has been indulging it in taking loan after loan. Now, from the information that we received during the last autumn session, the income, in other words, the revenue collected by MSL is 71 crores per month, whereas the monthly expenditure of the MSL is 135 crores, Mr. Chairman, sir. It is more than the double of the income. Then how it can survive? Question arises. So it is in very serious situation. So the government should do something by which we can increase the revenue generation and minimize the liabilities which will not resort in taking loans. And unnecessarily, this Barnihat Industrial Association, what is necessary to give special tariff for that? When we, the consumers from the public, we are paying up to the tune of 6 rupees per unit, this Barnihat Industrial Association, they are being given at a rate of 4.9, 4 rupees 90 paisa. Why so much of partiality? They are the business entities, they are making profit out of this. Rather, if that is the situation, we should rather give to the poor consumers. And under taxation department, 30% of the total dues to be paid by the petrol pump owners are being waived off. Why it is necessary? Our poor consumers, all the public, they are purchasing petrol, diesel from the pump, and while purchasing, we are paying the tax, the VAT.
Member, please no, because
We are paying the VAT.
extra 2 minutes have already been.
But whereas, after collecting from the consumers, it is in the hands of the pump owners, and the government is waiving 30%. It's very injustice, Mr. Chairman, sir. And yesterday also we were discussing about the landfill, so-called the dumping ground of different towns across the state. So I would like to draw the attention of the government on this very pertinent issue, referring to the dumping ground at Tura. The dumping ground, people have been crying by demanding that this dumping ground has to be shifted to some other places. Because this dumping ground is located in the Rongkhon Songutalgri area, which is residential area, Mr. Speaker, sir. And the Honorable Chief Minister, in the year 2018, he visited that area, held a meeting with the residents of that area, and give assurance that within 6 months, new place will be located and this dumping ground would be shifted. But till now, it is there. The helpless residents of that area, when they will be wanting to eat something, lots of flies will come, lots of bad smells. So there will be lots of health issues also, Mr. Speaker, sir. So it is high time that, I know it is very difficult to locate new site for the dumping ground, because whenever new site is located, identified, then people from that nearby areas, they will again protest. But whatsoever, let us try. And if we try, we can really materialize and solve this problem, Mr. Speaker, sir. And the traffic congestion in Tura. We have been talking about the traffic congestion of Shillong only, but Tura, if you go, Mr. Speaker, sir, it is horrible. If you travel from Dakopri to Dubasipara, from one end to another, it is hardly 7 kilometers. Another one, if you travel from Tura, Dakopri to Ampati, that whoever is traveling to Ampati, covering 52 kilometers, will be reaching before the person going to Dubasipara, crossing the Tura town, because of that traffic congestion. So there has been proposal and the survey was done to make Tura bypass. By anticipating that in future there will be massive traffic congestion problem. So what happened to that Tura bypass? So everything was ready. So I urge upon the government that this construction of Tura bypass has to be expeditiously taken up and sanctioned accordingly, and it should be materialized at the earliest. And from the health sector, which is also very important social sector, Mr. Speaker, sir, lack of manpower in health department, which is making the department crippled. During last pandemic, we could see We have got lots of ventilators in the hospitals. That facility is there, but there is no expert on this to operate this. In Tura, last month I visited one patient. Then there is only one anesthetist in the OT who was tested positive. Then the OT was just paralyzed, helpless. So this is the situation. So we should increase the manpower so that our people will be taken care of as and when it is required. And also, Mr. Speaker, sir, it is very, very important point. I want to
Thank you very
flag
much.
before the government. I will end up, sir.
You have gone beyond. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Sir, one point pertaining to this very department only.
Last point, please.
The patients who need to get operation. Tura Civil Hospital has got OT. There is no surgeon in other private hospitals. But the surgeon, as and when the patient will be admitted to the government civil hospital, he or she will be advised that they will do operation on the patient. Then they will say that there is no facility here in the civil hospital. You will have to get admitted in that private hospital. Then same surgeon will go and operate the patient there.
Thank you very much. Please
So
close
this is
now.
very
Please close now.
serious issue, sir. So I urge the government of the day to take it seriously and rectify. And if this narrative and the reports that we are getting is correct, some action should be taken.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Speaker, sir.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Speaker, sir, I thank you once again to give me this opportunity to take part in this very important discussion. With this submission, I resume my seat. Thank you.
Thank you.